All right, so the first step is to copy our files over like we always do. So we're going to go to Drive, Shared Drives, and this time we're going to click on Digital Photo 2, Digital Filmmaking, and we are going to select the Grim Reaper group. Make sure we copy that folder, go back to our drive, My Drive, Digital Filmmaking 1, and click on the Paste button, okay? And click on that Paste button, let your files save, okay? I have them saved somewhere slightly different. So I'm going to navigate to where I have these files saved for you guys for this tutorial, okay? But you guys are going to save them right here. You're going to click on this and you will paste them in here, okay? And that's where you'll navigate to go get your files. So for me, because I have so many classes I got to think about, I put them somewhere slightly different just so that I can access them all in one folder, okay? So I have this Grim Reaper. Here we go. So here is all of the files. And you're going to be given a piece of paper that is looks like this. It's going to have 20 different combinations, okay? And each of you will be doing 4 of these combinations, okay? So I'm just going to demo the first one here. So I'm going to go in and open, file open, and I'm going to go into my Grim Reaper group. Here we go. Okay. And it says that I need to open image 2240. Okay. So let's go open image 2240. All right. There it is. And it says then I need to open 2285. Okay. So I'm going to go find 2285. And I am going to hold down my control key so that I have both images there. And now I'm going to open up 2313. 2313, hold down my control key. And finally, I'm going to open my model image. So I have 4 images that I'm opening. Okay. All right. So it might take a little time for these images to open. Okay. So here's our model image. And here are our front, middle, and back. So we'll start with the back. We'll go to select all. We'll start with the middle. Select all, edit, copy, Control C, and we'll come back to our front image and we'll do edit, Control V, paste. Okay. And then we'll change that to lighten. And then we'll come to our back image, our very, very, very back image. We'll do Control A to select it, Control C to paste it, to copy it, and then Control V to paste it. And then we will change that to lighten. So we've got all of the images here combined in one image. So now we'll go to our model and we'll go Control A, Control C, and at the very top, we'll put our model image and we'll do Control V. Now we have 4 images here. And what we're going to do is we are going to add a layer mask to this so that our model disappears for a moment, which is okay. So we're going to hold down the Alt key and we're going to select our layer mask. So there, our model disappears and that's okay. We're going to click on our layer mask here and we're going to make sure we have white over black, and we're going to bring our model forward. Let's set our opacity to 100%. And let's just bring our model forward. And we will need to go around the edges in a bit, but for now, we'll just bring our model forward. And now let's change our opacity down to about 30%, and then we're just going to kind of slowly kind of blend in We're going to put in our shadows that were behind our gravestones, and we're going to bring out the details on our gravestones. And we're going to kind of get rid of these shadows here. We're going to bring out our gravestones and get rid of some of these little shadows here. Okay. And then what we're going to do is just kind of turn that off and just check that. Looks like it's this bottom part is blended in pretty well. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go to window and we're going to make sure our navigator is open, which it is. So over here, you want to make sure you see the little check mark. And what we're going to do is we're going to zoom in really close on our model, and we're going to put black over white, and we're going to go in and choose a brush that's about maybe 100. And we're going to do like a 50% hardness here. And what we're going to do is we're going to just kind of go around the edge of this and make sure we blend in our door, right? Our light painted door here. Make sure we're blending it in along the edge here. And along here, we could even zoom in a little closer and bring this, there we go, so we can really see what we're doing here. And we should see a big square on our layer mask down here, okay? It should look like a square. We could even bring our opacity up a little bit, maybe to 100%, so that we're really getting in close and getting rid of all that black around the edge there. And if you get into the white on accident, just reverse it to white over black, and then just kind of carefully go in on these edges here. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and then I'm going to put black over white, and I'm going to make my brush even smaller. I'm going to make my brush like 50, or around 50, and I'm going to get really close here. Okay. And I'm at 100% opacity because I want to make sure I'm really removing everything, all these shadows around my door. Okay. And I'm going to move my navigator down a little bit. And I'm going to make sure that this is fully 100%, make sure my door is fully in. And it's kind of slow. You got to go slow with the tool. You got to make sure you're really blending that in. Do the same over here. I want to get rid of his hand. I'm seeing like the Jacob's hand there. So I got rid of that. Bring this down. There we go. Make sure it's really right on that edge. And make sure. Okay. And come right here. Come right down that edge. Good. Okay. Looks like I need to go up here a little bit and just get rid of that. Okay. So now I'm going to back out and just double check everything. And looks like I need to come over here and take off the black that's next to this so I can see the nice gold behind. And I'm going to move this over, make sure I got everything removed. Yeah, and then bring it down. Okay. And I want my shadow here from my gravestone. There we go. Got that in there. A little bit of a shadow here on the gravestone showing. And I'm actually going to change the blending mode so it's a little bit softer so that when I bring this forward, I'm bringing some of this details here on the gravestone. And gonna go, I don't want to see any black there. Maybe a little dark on the edge might be better for that. And okay. And maybe a little. I can bring down my opacity to maybe 22 so then I can bring back some of the shade here, but not too much of the shade, on the gravestones, but a little bit of shade might be nice. And then bring it over and let's bring in the shadow here on the gravestone. There we go. Yeah. And now I'll go ahead and back up. And let's see if I want to bring in make my brush a little bigger. Do I want to bring in some of the shadow here? No, I want to bring in some of the lighter values and the sand here in front. Okay. That looks pretty good. Make that a little bit darker there. Just kind of blend this in. Okay, so that looks pretty good. And you're going to do this 4 more times, but what you're going to do is you're going to do a save as. Go to File, Save As. And you're going to call this Grim Reaper GR underscore. And this one was the first one. It was combination 1. So we're going to call that GR1. And each of you are going to do 4 of these. So we're going to save that. And you're going to do the number that you've been assigned. So for example, if you are assigned 1 through 4, then you'll call it GR1, GR2, GR3, GR4. But if you're assigned, let's say 17, 18, 19, and 20, then you're going to call it GR17, GR18, GR19, GR20, okay? So that we have 20 different images, okay? Because these are all different combinations of images. And that's it. Let's go ahead and